Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Packers' 2-yard line.
A shotgun snap. Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Flushed out right.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they can't bring him down. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Jalen Waddle.
His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And this defense for the Cardinals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible when we watched it happen.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And again, it's Mahomes. Open man here is Conklin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Eckler. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Austin Eckler. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the 24, Mahomes. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And the former Arizona Wildcat, Folk, gets this one to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1 play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Second and 10.
Off play action, Fields.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Again, Fields. That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
Back to throw, Fields.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
2nd down and 8.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Mahomes firing complete. Bulldozes past him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Cardinals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From his own end zone, Fields.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Man, this league with coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
His throw incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable, usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it will set him back for second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you got a third and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers get a score closer. No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
On 1st down, Fields
steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Fields.
He's going to go up top again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They snap it to Fields.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And he coughed it up, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. There again is Cooks, complete.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And now Nick Folk. His career long, 56 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Off play action, Fields.
He's got Lewis. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Oh, yeah, here we go again. Check three. He's checking. Crash.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Packers are right back in this football game.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
From the 16, Mahomes. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Complete. Smith has it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. And the formula there on the two-point, trying to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. It's Eckler again. Break, and he works free. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And the worst fears won't realize is that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now it's Patterson.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Mahomes will throw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Mahomes to throw it.
He gets it to Cooks. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final try for Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been